Guys, we're going to work back into the lung and large intestine meridian. So hop on your mat and join me. Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to focus on the lung and the large intestine meridians again. For today's practice, you actually don't need any props. So just hop on your mat and let's get started. So we're going to start in a kneeling position. So with your knees on the mat, and you're going to tuck the toes under and sit back on the heels. So this little toe squat that we've done before. And we'll start with the alternate nostril breath. So take your right hand to your forehead, your first and middle finger to your forehead, and your thumb and your ring finger on the side of each nostril. And you'll close the right nostril and breathe in through the left. And close the left, breathe out the right. And breathe back in through the right. Close, breathe out the left. Breathe back in through the left. Close, breathe out the right. Breathe back in through the right. Close, breathe out the left. Keep going at your own pace. If you need to come off of your toes and just sit on the tops of your feet, you can do that. And if this causes a lot of knee pain, then you would need props, and you would place a rolled up blanket under your knees. You can also just elevate the hips on blocks to help you out there. So let's finish out this round of breath. And then relax your hand down, and we'll take the left arm behind our back and reach for that inside elbow on the right. And from here, we'll drop the right ear toward the right shoulder. You can just rest your right hand on the right thigh. So remember, in yin, we come to our first edge of resistance, and then we relax the muscles there in the targeted area. So try to relax here. You can come back up to a toe squat if you need to, or come out of it. And you can take your time here and maybe send the head a little forward and then a little back to find your perfect spot. You can pull the chin back and just try to breathe here into the side of the neck. And bring your head back to center. Release the arm and just notice how you feel on either side. And you can stay in this kneeling position or the toe squat, or if you want to take it a little bit easier on yourself and just come down into a seated position, you can take butterfly with your legs just to make it a little easier on yourself. And then let's take the right arm behind our back this time, reaching for the inside of that left elbow, and then you'll drop the left ear toward the left shoulder. And play around with bringing your head forward, bringing your head back to find your perfect spot. I'm going to try to relax the shoulders here. And release that arm, bring the head back to center. And you can just tilt the head over to the right and then tilt it over to the left. Maybe take some head circles. Close your knees like a book and rest back on your hands. You can walk your feet wide and windshield wiper your knees side to side. And then from here, just come into a nice seated position, and we'll cross the left arm on top of the right. And we'll bring the palms together and the thumbs face down. Interlace the fingers. Then roll your hands up underneath your chin and out in front of you, keeping the hands clasped. Maybe your arms straighten, maybe they don't. We're just getting into the channel that runs along the arms and the shoulders here. So try to relax as much as you can. Relax in this pose. Some people can get into this pose so easily. Others feel nice and creaky in this pose. So just listen to your body. If you need to come out a little bit, then come out. And then roll your hands back toward your face. Take your arms out in front. And we'll switch the cross of our arms. Right arm on top of the left. Palms come together, thumbs face down. Interlace the fingers and slowly roll the arms, rolling the hands up toward the chin and out in front of you. And you can pause the video on any of these and hold the poses longer if you like, maybe 3 minutes. I probably wouldn't hold it longer than 3 minutes for the upper body. And lower down, bringing the hands back the way they came. You can uncross your hands, roll out your wrists, and then we'll come into our final pose of the day, which is seated pigeon. So you'll cross your left ankle over the right thigh, and you're just sitting back on your hands. So you can take that foot further away from you, the bottom foot, or for less sensation, or bring it closer for more sensation in the hips. And then your chin can stay tucked to your chest, or you can let it hang back. It's up to you. And you're just kind of pushing that left knee away from you. And slowly uncross that foot. Take your feet out in front of you and then bend and straighten your arms nice and slow. You may have felt that in your hips, but the goal of that pose was your elbows, shoulders, and trying to access those channels there along the arms, the front and the back of the arms. All right, and from here we'll sit back on our hands and we'll take the right ankle or the opposite ankle that you just did over the opposite thigh. If you want to add a little yang movement here, you can really press the chest forward, arching the back, kind of pressing the shoulder blades together on your back. Maybe drop the head here. And feel free to round the back a little too after that and tuck the chin to the chest. I just read a book to my daughters called The Boy Who Searched for Silence. And he kept looking for silence throughout the book and then never found it. And then realized that the silence is within. And I have to remind myself of that a lot when I'm making these videos, especially. My house is not always silent, and my neighborhood is not silent. And maybe your life is like that too. There's always sound, there's always, commotion, something going on. So maybe you can focus on trying to find that stillness, that silence within, and being okay with all of the other sounds and all of the commotion, because that is what it's meant to be. So an ice cream truck going by, that's what they do. They play kid music. People riding by on bikes, it's going to make sound. Bikes make sound. And when you can accept your surroundings for what they are, instead of wishing they were something else, then I think that you'll notice a sense of calm within. And I think that's what the book was talking about. So hopefully you can take that and try that within your own life. Search for that silence within, because it's very hard to find it on the outside. And then we'll release that leg, straighten the legs, sit up, bend and straighten your arms, take your time. And that actually wasn't the last pose of the day. Shavasana is. So let's lie back. And you can take your arms out wide. Maybe take pentacle, where your arms are out wide, your feet are out wide, and fully relax here. Maybe you can even still feel the sensations going down the inner aspect of the arms or the lung channel. And just take a few deep breaths here. Fully relaxing with each exhale. Becoming okay with the way things are without changing, without expecting. Just noticing and accepting. And start to notice your breath. Bring movement back into your body. You can stay there for longer if you'd like, or if you would like to end with me. Give your knees a hug, rock up to a seated position, and bring your hands together at your heart center. Take a deep breath in, long breath out. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you next time. Namaste.